their birthright because they don't have the courage to recognize their own bloodline. This is what's wrong with our people, because they don't know that that's their status. Your legal status is recognized by the world.
But let's dialogue and kind of keep it to where we're not criticizing.
No, I know you're not. No, I'm talking from the perspective.
I got next.
I'm talking from this perspective. Whenever people allege to be conscious, and there's language structures like the Moors, like there's some other people, like they're not Moors. That's the first indicator by the civilized world that that person is incompetent and in the black codes, and is not part of the human family. Back to my point. When you leave here, you're going to go home to a regular dictionary, a quality dictionary, and you're going to look up the word black, and it'll say adjective. Third grade grammar. Third grade. Adjective. Describes, does not identify. What do the so-called scholars say? Black is a country in Africa, and all Africans are black. And the ancient black gods of Egypt, they only get away with that with uncivilized people. Because civilized people will not let them get away with that. There is nobody that comes from Africa, from Zimbabwe, from Nigeria, you understand, from Sierra Leone, that will come here talking about I got a light-skinned, orange-skinned black girlfriend, and speak that to any civilized person. The only people that do that are people that come under the Christian black codes in the Western Hemisphere, and they put that poison on the rest of the civilized world and wonder why the civilized world rejects us. Because we're the descendants of the founders of civilization. They'll sit around and talk about Kemet and then say that they're black. They'll sit around and talk about Africa and then they'll say that they're light-skinned, orange-skinned black. And then they talk about they got light-skinned black girlfriend. Now, hold on, third grade grammar. Go to an ordinary quality dictionary, word black, ADG, clearly written after an adjective, which is its matrix or its mother, it's part of speech, right? Modifier is not, it describes, does not identify. Third grade grammar, little baby. What is a proper noun? Noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Third grader. The adults. No, that's Afrocentricity. Oh, and then the child gets confused. Do you understand? Hold on. Then, right after the adjective, it connotatively attaches it to people of African descent. Connotatively. Then it has, in square brackets, the etymon. And the etymon, it's its etymology. Etymology, in all language, is its history, its origin, and its true meaning. And you'll see in the brackets ME. Go to the appendix and you put the timeline on it. This is for people who can read, you know, because some people can't read. Some people won't read, but they can criticize. Won't read. And it'll say 1100 to 1500. And so the child automatically knows, this is children who are being educated properly, that the word black don't go on the planet past 1100. So immediately, even a child knows that a scholar that writes black books and talks about it ancient is immediately lying or either unqualified. Now, however, people who have caught up in that paradigm emotionally will defend the lie and criticize the truth. Hold on. Then it will have derived, D-E-R-O-H-G, O High German. And then you go into the appendix again, into an American Heritage Dictionary. And it'll say what? What does black mean? Old High German, Blake, black, etc. Give you the description, give you its morphology, give its development in language, and it'll say shining, pale. And that's what it means. And the civilized world knows these people can't read, they're on an ego trip, they disrespect the honor of their mothers and fathers, so logically, a people who disrespect the honor of their own bloodline certainly, probably won't respect other people, will they? So usually when people come here from Africa and other civilized countries, doesn't matter how much finance they have, don't get this confused, they'll stop at the hardware store because they're already warned that these people do a Jekyll and Hyde thing on you, they do it on themselves with their black cells. And they get a thick piece of plexiglass And they promised them, if you can survive in the zoo for 2 years at least, you'll get wealthy, because they're the only people on the planet that will give up their birthright. They don't deal with facts. They only deal with beliefs. You come with the facts, your greatest critics will be them. You come with truth, your greatest critics will be them. You come give them a life raft while they can't swim. They'll criticize the life raft because it's plaid, but yet they themselves have no cure.
This dialogue, I feel like to bring it back.
Yeah. I want to drop that because that's very important. Go ahead, continue.
I think that kind of tangented off of the...
No, it doesn't, because that was part of what we were talking about earlier, what I was talking to them about. Continue.
No,
continue. I'm going to give you some remedy.
As far as how we deal with remedy and
give you some remedy.
Because I didn't claim to be black with them. That's
no, that's not. I didn't say that.
It's not a tangible.
That's not what I'm saying. I was expecting other things from you when you said that you were conscious. Meaning that if you say to me that you're conscious, hold on. If you say to me that you're conscious, what you're saying to me that you know that law and history goes together. There's a fundamental protocol that is universal when you are stopped by private contractors calling themselves policemen.
Let me explain my position.
Yeah.
When I say I know that we know this. Let me explain better what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
When I'm saying that we know this, we know the, as far as that we're not black. We know these as far as how to actually always execute them and speak all of the terms,
No, not what terms. Tell me what you speak. Don't tell me terms. No loose speak. No conjecture. Tell meaning that.
My point is
listen. Respectfully. No. Stop. Because we're on camera.
Definitely.
The point is not for us to debating what we're talking about. Is to make